There are so many powerful entities in SCP Foundation and World of Darkness, but we'll take Void Emperor from SCP-CN and Buddha from World of Darkness and see who's supreme. The Void Emperor is stated to be more powerful than SCP-2747 and SCP-3125, both of which are extremely powerful and dangerous entities in the SCP Foundation universe. The Grand Karcist Ion, a character who transcended beyond SCP-2747, further reinforces the idea that the Void Emperor scales above these entities. Furthermore, SCP-2747 is stated to have neutralized the Swan entities, a group of incredibly powerful writers who can manipulate the narrative of the SCP Foundation's universe at will. By comparing the Void Emperor to SCP-2747, Void Emperor would one-shot SCP-2747, not being biased trust. When Supreme Author, also known as Absolute State, when created the entire cosmology and verse, also made Void Emperor. Absolute State made one of the most powerful existence in the creation. If you can word Absolute State as pure light, pure silence, then Void Emperor is just the opposite, pure dark. But this doesn't mean Void Emperor comes any close to Absolute State's power. He is God, in sense of words, like even having avatars, such as SCP-2165. The Void Emperor is stated to scale above numerous powerful pataspheric, reality warping, semiaspheric, consciousness-based, and noospheric, information-based forces. This statement implies that the Void Emperor possesses a level of power and influence that far surpasses other entities within the SCP Foundation universe that operate within these realms. The use of these specific terms emphasizes the Void Emperor's omnipotence and control over various aspects of reality and consciousness. The Void Emperor has 5 faces that represent the driving force behind narratives in the universe. Each of these faces is depicted as being significantly more powerful and faster than CN SCP-3125 and SCP-CN 1548, which are extremely powerful entities representing space and time, respectively. The statement underscores the Void Emperor's omnipotence and the idea that he wields control over the cosmic, narrative structure of the universe itself. His 5 faces symbolize his role as the ultimate author, driving all stories and events within the cosmic order. The Void Emperor is superior to SCP-3125, which has the ability to transcend limits of all time, space, matter, and energy. The statement also highlights that SCP-3125 views all time and space as just a single aspect of itself. This comparison emphasizes the difference in power and scale between the two entities, showcasing that the Void Emperor can surpass even the most boundless concepts and entities within the SCP Foundation universe. The Void Emperor is credited with creating the Delusional domain, which is described as a narrative domain comprising countless phantom bubbles. Phantom bubbles are stated to encompass entire worldviews and narrative layers within themselves. The Void Emperor is further described as being the ultimate cover of truth and the presenter of the outmost narrative framework. This implies that the Delusional domain is created and controlled by the Void Emperor, who wields immense power over various narrative layers and presents the ultimate truth within the confines of the narrative framework. Each phantom bubbles are possible and impossible worlds, which even Scarlet Demon turned into ashes. No language can touch the fragile that is beyond all mathematical perfect abstraction, implies that there exists a realm or concept that lies beyond the bounds of human understanding, description, or representation through language or mathematics. Also suggests that this realm or concept is elusive, imperceptible, and perhaps even ungraspable by conventional means. However, the statement also stresses that this realm or concept is beyond all mathematical perfect abstraction, implying that it defies even the most precise attempts to describe it using mathematical constructs or abstractions. Void Emperor is beyond it. The statement suggests that when one encounters an indescribable statue, they find that all languages and descriptions become utterly meaningless. This implies that the statue embodies a level of abstraction or complexity that is inherently beyond language and description. The use of meaningless further emphasizes the idea that human language and descriptions are insufficient to capture or convey the true nature or essence of the statue. This could suggest that the statue is a symbol of something utterly beyond human comprehension, perhaps representing a higher form of reality or existence beyond the scope of language. I acknowledge it's hard to understand these all without knowing anything about the cosmology and getting guided by misinformation, but I will scale SCP Foundation soon, just like how I have done with World of Darkness. I would give Void Emperor the rating of Extraversal on Character Stats and Profiles Wiki, Aperon also called Tier 0 in Power Scaling Wiki and Boundless in Versus Battle Wiki. He's strong, a very strong character. But let's see how this entity can be comparable to the Buddha from World of Darkness. I believe it will be a very good battle. At the end, the outcome is kind of obvious. And oh yes, I forgot to mention for Scarlet Demon fans. Sorry, but Void Emperor can one-shot Scarlet Demon easily. Accept it or not. Let's head to Buddha scaling. Siddhartha Gautama, prior to his enlightenment, was immune to the influence of the Lord of Darkness, Mara. In Buddhist and Hindu mythology, Mara is often depicted as a personification of death, envy, and sensual desire, who attempts to tempt and distract individuals from achieving enlightenment. The statement suggests that Siddhartha Gautama's pre-enlightenment state allowed him to resist the Lord of Darkness' attempts to sway or distract him, showing his determination and dedication to his path towards enlightenment. Trikaya manifestations of the Buddha, which represent the three bodies or aspects of the Buddha, are actually the triad. The triad is a powerful entity existing outside the constraints of time and space, and having created the Tellurian, a symbolic representation of the physical world. The statement further asserts that the triad possesses fundamental aspects of existence, such as meaning and definition itself. This implies that the Trikaya manifestations of the Buddha are not just bodily aspects, but also serve as foundational principles and concepts that underpin the very nature of reality itself, as I have already explained in the previous video of World of Darkness. The Buddha as the founder of the Dharma, the ultimate realization that the concepts of self, other, natural, and supernatural, profane and divine, are merely arbitrary conventions. The Buddha is further described as having surpassed all the gods by achieving perfect enlightenment, implying that through his realization and attainment of enlightenment, the Buddha has surpassed the limitations and powers of divine beings, reaching a state of absolute awakening or knowledge. This statement highlights the central idea of Buddhist philosophy, which emphasizes the transcendence of dualities and the ultimate truth of existence. Buddha has surpassed the Jade Emperor, who is the ruler of the heavens in traditional Chinese mythology and is considered the embodiment of all creation. The Jade Emperor also commands other gods such as the Celestines, Incarna, and the Dragon Kings. Moreover, the statement mentions that the Buddha transcends the consensus hierarchy, also known as Samsara, which is the cycle of death and rebirth in Buddhist cosmology. The Buddha's transcendence indicates that he has surpassed the limitations and constraints of the natural order and achieved a state of enlightenment beyond the cycle of suffering and rebirth. The Buddha exists as the manifestation of three essential concepts everywhere: order, change, and destruction. In this context, order likely refers to maintaining the natural order and laws of the universe. Change represents transformation and evolution within reality, and destruction implies the dissolution and transformation of existing structures and systems. The statement implies that the Buddha, as the manifestation of these concepts, has a pervasive and all-encompassing presence within the universe, influencing and maintaining the delicate balance of these fundamental aspects of existence. In World of Darkness, the horizon is a specific location within the umbral planes that serves as a sort of boundary or threshold. It is an area of intense spiritual and magical energy, where reality becomes thinner and the umbral realms and the physical world begin to overlap. The horizon can be a dangerous place to venture into, as the boundaries between the realms become blurred. Crossing the horizon can lead to various supernatural encounters, transformations, or even transcendence. The horizon is also associated with the concept of ascension within the mage. the Ascension gameline. So Buddha is literally far beyond this and almost all aspects of the creations, so don't even take him as a random. This refers to various powerful supernatural entities in the universe. The beings mentioned here are all capable of creating their own Tellurian, which can be thought of as a sort of higher dimension or universe. This also mentions that these Tellurians are encompassed within ether space, a higher realm that is vast and contains multiple realms or planes of existence. Within ether space, there are epiphemes, which are essentially the manifestations of gods and other spiritual entities within the universe or realms. The deep umbra is the farthest reaches of the umbral planes, and it is associated with mysteries and unknown phenomena. There is a recursive hierarchy of greater consensuses in the WAD universe. Each of these consensuses contains the world as we know it, and these consensuses are said to contain each other in a sense of recursion or nested layers. The phrase turtles all the way down is a reference to a metaphor about the concept of infinity or beyond. Essentially, it means that this hierarchy of consensuses or layers of reality goes on infinitely, and each level contains the level below it. In conclusion, if you want to hear my opinion, it's probably Will Buddha. He has so many transcendence and feats that Void Emperor cannot win. Cosmology may be equal or a little bit lower, but in feats, Void Emperor loses. The next video will probably on SCP Foundation's scaling or manifold trilogy. That's it for now.